this shit I don't write. Be the illest shit recited next to the hyphen in my name. Jay dash Hoffa. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. What's up, y'all? I think you can hear me, Jack. And we about to see if we live now, Jack. All right, we are live on YouTube. On YouTube? Why YouTube? Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see if Twitch is running. We just trying to get the stream working out. That's all I'm really trying to do. This is really just testing, mostly.
Crosscut DP. Yeah. All right. Souls looking.
Akamani. All right, so we at 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's what's up. That's what's up. Just me doing stuff. What is it? What just happened? Fuck, did my camera go off? Alright, hold on, y'all. We got camera failure. See, this is what we're doing this stream. This is what this stream is for. Find all the little bitty problems in this shit. Okay. Okay. Alright, we back. Let's get a little, let's get. There we go. Alright, chat. What's up? We back. If the blunt ain't focused, then you know we about to mold this. That didn't make any sense. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was going for right there. Did y'all see that? Oops. I heard them, Josh. You know what we doing? So I do gotta watch her on Twitch. You doing something? What's up? Hi, whoever's watching. Thank you. Just trying to make sure the stream's straight. See how bad the lag is. I can't capture the game yet. We gonna do PS5, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do the P5, you know what I mean? We gonna play P5 in a minute. But I can't game capture and screen capture right now. I'm waiting for a capture card. So until Amazon delivers that tomorrow. So I had one, but it wasn't that good, and I probably shouldn't have just got with the cheap one. That was me being cheap. Can't be cheap all the time, man. Y'all you gotta spend on certain things in life. Like you can't just be cheap. So yeah. Other than that, nothing too much. We just chilling. Like I said, just making sure everything is set up. I guess I should probably move this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That better, chat? Is that better? Y'all hear me now? Yay. Better. Alright. It's legal to smoke where I'm at, so by Twitch and YouTube guidelines, I believe I'm cool. I don't know if you can smoke on YouTube. You know, that's what we about to do right now, chat. We are about to do that right now, matter of fact. Let me see, chat. Let me find it. I got a lot of screens, chat. I got a lot of screens. Display capture. Alright, so boom. Yep. Alright, we're gonna put this underneath this. Then we're gonna make this smaller, less bigger. Doing all this in real time, chat. Yeah, y'all watching the grind. You are a part of the grind, chat. Alright, chat, here we go. Chat, I forgot what the fuck we supposed to be looking up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, chat. I damn near forgot what the fuck we supposed to be looking up.
Yeah, that Avenger covers a lot of ground.
Alright. I don't know, chat. I can't find it. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck sound like. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck sound like. I'm not really gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck sound like. I'm not really gonna be like, true clips. What's about sound like? I'm not really gonna hit a true clips. What's about sound like? I'm not really gonna hit a true clips. What's about sound like? I'm not really gonna hit a true clips. What's about sound like? I'm not really gonna hit a true clip. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I was supposed to be looking up something, chat. I don't know what I was supposed to be looking up, but I can't replay it now, so we're done, chat. Alright, what y'all want to react to, chat? Oh, the Street Fighter just come out. Oh, the Street Fighter just come out. Let's refresh, see what they talking about, shit. go. Blue Cheese Fredo just dropped a new Wildlife Money Dancing visual. Let's react to that, y'all. I'm gonna react to that real quick.
That bullshit again.
I see you, Lowe's. BM Freddy, man. BMG, what the fuck going on? Walk in your cup and fuck it up, I'm infiltrating. With middle fingers in the air, cause I know niggas hating. They tell me to be patient, but nigga, I'm sick of waiting. That shit gets so irritating.
Hey, I just want to like Brody got the grilling in. You know what I'm saying? We had a little convo about what was gonna get first. Hey, niggas make moves though, man. Plot, plan. Kill that shit. Shit.
They look at me like I'm crazy. Used to be mama's baby. Remember when bitches played me? I'm old as fuck with no babies. The thought of shit still amazing. Gotta be son of Satan.
Hold on, man. We gotta turn this up. This too low, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. This too low. We gotta turn this up. We need the speakers for this, baby.
Fredo back on that bullshit again.
I see you, Lowe's. BM Freddy, man. BMG, what the fuck going on? Walk in your cup and fuck it up, I'm infiltrating. With middle fingers in the air, cause I know niggas hating. They tell me to be patient, but nigga, I'm sick of waiting. That shit gets so irritating. They look at me like I'm crazy. Used to be mama's baby. Remember when bitches play me? I'm old as fuck with no babies. The thought of shit still amazing. Gotta be son of Satan. My life is so sad lately. Don't know which way to take it. I suffer, but I get paper. On everything, I'm trying to move my family to the hills. Where shit be automatic. We ain't stressing about no bills. Let's make a couple meal. Pray to God I get a deal. Function better off a pill. Bitch, I'm playing, ain't got no chill. It's BM Freddy, bitch. Best believe I'm on the.
We gotta run this back. Hold on. We gonna get to it.
Fredo back on that bullshit again.
We gotta run this back.
I see you, Lowe's. BM Freddy, man. BMG, what the fuck going on? Walk in your cup and fuck it up, I'm infiltrating. With middle fingers in the air, cause I know niggas hating. They tell me to be patient, but nigga, I'm sick of waiting. That shit gets so irritating. They look at me like I'm crazy. Used to be mama's baby. Remember when bitches play me? I'm old as fuck with no babies. The thought of shit still amazing. Gotta be son of Satan. My life is so sad lately. Don't know which way to take it. I suffer, but I get paper. On everything, I'm trying to move my family to the hills. Where shit be automatic. We ain't stressing about no bills. Let's make a couple meal. Pray to God I get a deal. Function better off a pill. Bitch, I'm playing, ain't got no chill. It's BM Freddy, bitch. Best believe I'm on a mission. Big Benjis, I'm breaking my wrist off in the kitchen. Big chickens, big tripping.
My bad, but that shirt fire, y'all. That shirt is fucking fire.
Let's make a couple meal. Pray to God I get a deal. Function better off a pill. Bitch, I'm playing, ain't got no chill. It's BM Freddy, bitch. Best believe I'm on a mission. Big Benjis, I'm breaking my wrist off in the kitchen. Big chickens, big tripping when I come through. Bitches, big slipping, big asses when I hit the club. I be big tipping cat.
Blue money shit. Blue money shit. Blue money shit. Blue money shit. Blue money shit.
Step up in this bitch and do my money dance. My money dance. My money dance. It's BMG family, we got hella bands. Hella bands. We got hella bands. If you think about stopping me, you got no chance. No chance. You ain't got no chance. If you really want some smoke, then be on go then. Be on go then.
Okay then. No. Fred coming hot. Fred definitely coming hot. Cayenne. Fredo out here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Fredo out here going crazy. What else in the drop? Hey, y'all know I made that? Anyway, let's see. Alright, I'll watch that. Oh, we're gonna watch this together. That's a little loud. Brody. That's a little loud. I can't take that right now. Hey, y'all know what? That's a little loud. I wasn't ready. I'm exposing myself. I ain't watched all the shorts. I ain't no big shorts watcher though. I watch shorts when they flat pass.
Bitch, turn up. Big niggas. I'ma eat it like a snack. A couple bands in my pocket, I'm just trying to make it rain. Don't compare me to your nigga, cause I heard that nigga lame. He throwing ones, I'm throwing blues, baby, we are not the same. Got a nigga mesmerized, throwing money at your frame. A couple bands in my pocket, I'm just trying to make it rain. Don't compare me to your nigga, cause I heard that nigga lame. He throwing ones, I'm throwing blues, baby, we are not the same. Got a nigga mesmerized, throwing money at your frame. Cash, bitch, and I get a bag, bitch. Dump it on your ass, bitch, you gotta shake that ass, bitch. Turn up for a check, make niggas break their neck. I can't believe that ass so fat. I'ma eat it like a snack, I'ma beat it like Mike Jack. I see the way you chase my sack. You can catch me in the back, throwing money at some nuts. Me in the gang is BMG, the fucking strip club is my trap. Bounce that ass and make it clap. Hit a lick, I'll be right back. I'm a strip club king, all the bitches know me. Fuck you and your homies. Papa X, I'm rolling, but I'm steady throwing. Mama raised the OG. If I'm a bitch, then show me. Just watch me ball like Kobe. A couple bands in my pocket, I'm just trying to make it rain. Don't compare me to your nigga, cause I heard that nigga lame. He throwing ones, I'm throwing blues, baby, we are not the same. Got a nigga mesmerized, throwing money at your frame. A couple bands in my pocket, I'm just trying to make it rain. Don't compare me to your nigga, cause I heard that nigga lame. He throwing ones, I'm throwing blues, baby, we are not the same. Got a nigga mesmerized, throwing money at your frame.
Okay. Banger. Definite banger. Hey, y'all know this me, right? I don't know if y'all know this is me. It's me though at the end.
Puff. Fuck that mouth shit. Cause when my blood come in, you gotta use the jars that they put preserves in. I've been putting work in. I'ma turn this black steel fossil to a big H Hermes. Put 30 bands in a 10 band whip. Now I drive this motherfucker like a new spaceship. If she talk to me nice, she get a new bracelet. Turn a frown to a smile like she got a facelift.
Pounds on deck, but I need like 28. Put that shit off in the mail, but you gotta wait 2 days. Out in Vegas, running up a bag, you know I'm stacking plays. Balenciaga's on my feet, can you imagine what I paid?
150s in my pocket, 10s and 20s what I spend. 1s and 5s on the floor, cause I throw them while they dance. Take her back to the crib, I just hope she understands. Rather fuck her on some bands than the fuck her in the Benz.
Counting money all the time, I was made for this. I had to get it out the mud, have to slave for this. All the pussy that you get, I bet you pay for it. I just be fucking on Cheyenne, that's my favorite bitch. And ain't no worries when we out here really counting cash. This is my destiny, I was put on earth to get a bag. We murder shit every time me and Puff on the track. Don't get clapped, you know that's my brother, I get you wet. When I'm ass up, better get that cash up before I leave the whole house wet in the bathtub. Then go home and get some good neck in the back rub. You can call me a city boy, I'm finna act up. Bitch, I'm racked up, is that what you mad for? Cause I'm a young king, but I'm living like a bachelor. And your whole team's a fucking frats, y'all some cappers. Gotta watch for snakes, backstabbers, and actors. Cat.
So we rocking out today, y'all. I got for my this my shit, y'all. I'm sorry, this my shit right here. I'm shouting out one up so I can get in the mood for this. That's all I'm saying.
Come on the beat, bitch.
Mark shot this too.
Can't stop, won't stop, nigga. Yeah. Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. You can't stop, won't stop, never. Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy. Always upgrading from my last whore. I done fucked on Risha, Keisha, and Joy. And I ain't tripping if you didn't enjoy. Now I ball like 23 and 1. Sniper game, I'm always playing manhunt. I'm the one who killed the fool and what? Still got the fire in my eyes, but I changed though. Suck my dick, bitch, I'm too rich to drive the Range Rover. La hater, baby, I remember stealing mangoes. How my side bitch fuck better than my main hoe. How my side bitch fuck better than my main bitch. Every nigga say smoke, they get extinguished.
I just talk that Guapanese, that's my language. I just put some Cartiers on my main bitch. I just put some Valentino on my main hoe. Bad boy chain bustin' like the rainbow. I'm off yak, I'm with yak in the limbo. Yelling out the window, money in the thing hoe. Yeah, we outside again. Couple goons with me, we ain't hiding it. Brand new color, and that's what we sliding in. That little bitch, I'm proud of her. That pussy good, she proud of it. I can't fall in love, cause that money be my bottom bitch. But she still suck it and she swallow it. All these niggas said he hating, cause more money be more problems. And we'll let these niggas talk and we gon' silence them.
Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy. Always upgrading from my last whore. I done fuck Marisha, Keisha, and Joy. And I ain't tripping if you didn't enjoy. I was locked 23 and 1. Now I ball like 23 and 1. Sniper game, I'm always playing manhunt. I'm the one who killed the fool and what?
It might look light, but it's heavy like my Jesus. Might rock a throwback like I'm fab with the chick too. Fuck with me, baby, I got deli on and blunts too. She text me where you at, I sent her Eddie come through. Now she in love with me cause she ain't used to luxury. Why would I hate on you? I do my thing comfortably. I'm not the one, I'm not the two, you know it's C3. She brushing on my waist, talking about she need me. Ooh.
Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy. Always upgrading from my last whore. I done fuck Marisha, Keisha, and Joy. And I ain't tripping if you didn't enjoy. I was locked 23 and 1. Now I ball like 23 and 1. Sniper game, I'm always playing manhunt. I'm the one who killed the fool and what?
As we proceed to give you what you need, Kodak, King Kong.
One hand on the wheel, one hand on her thigh. She start giving me head while she look me in my eyes. For my nigga, I kill. For my nigga, I die. Can't wait to get to the crib. I'ma fuck her from the side. You was in the house, nigga. I was outside. 15 years old, selling dope and getting high. Spent the easy 40 stacks and sacks just on getting fly. Playing with the wrong nigga, he must wanna die. Bought a Rari just to take it to the trap and park it. Spent 20 stacks and threw a barbecue in the apartment. Rich, humble, and heartless. Pulled up at the red light, push up, but my car got topless. I wake up in the morning, pull up, circ, but don't drink coffee. My little bitch too bossy. Try to fuck with her, she act like she don't hear you talking. Ain't never trust a nigga ever since my cousin crossed me. Ain't never trust a nigga ever since my cousin crossed me. Fuck him. Nigga, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Fuck, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? I've been counting meal after meal after meal. All these diamonds real. All my niggas real. Nigga, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Fuck, how you feel? How you feel? Smoking a blunt of cello. Nigga, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Fuck, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? I've been counting meal after meal after meal. All these diamonds real. All my niggas real. Nigga, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Fuck, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? I've been counting meal after meal after meal. All these diamonds real. All my niggas real. Nigga, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Fuck, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? I've been counting meal after meal after meal. All these diamonds real. All my niggas real. Nigga, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Fuck, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? I've been counting meal after meal after meal. All these diamonds real.
All my niggas real. Ooh. Ooh, you see that P3?
BMG.
Roll up a motherfucking blood and some talking shit, man. You motherfuckers talk too much. Roll some weed.
Period.
Put a blunt in my face and shut up.
2019.
Rich ass, young nigga, straight gas, no midget, buy it, cash, fuck a ticket, drippin', swag, go swimming.
Puff, puff, to the face, only smoking out of state, stacking bands, marinade, fuck a beef unless it's steak.
Puff, puff, on the track, spin, spin, get it back, neck on freeze, wrist on wet, referees, I got tax.
Hustle, own it, take your place. They ain't helping, make them wait. They hold lies, falsified, live a movie, televised.
BMG, bitch we lit, you know I'm with the shit. Fuck a bitch, nuttin' dip. If you hatin',
Suck a dick.
Stack up 10, buy your crib. Stack up 10, buy your biz. Stack up 10 for the fam. Stack up 10, then we clown.
stack a 100, buy a fit. Stack a 100, buy a brick. Stack a 100, buy a whip. Stack a 100, I'm rich.
I don't see no competition. Flip it, repetition. I just get it, that's the mission. Ain't gon' be no opposition.
Her 1, her 2, her 3, sight. Smith and Wesson in your life. Buy it, cash, what's up, price? Flip it, fast, re-up twice.
Got a circle full of winners. Every one of us a sinner. Hearts colder than December. And we don't need no more members.
Add pressure, they break. Cut the grass, they snakes. I'm real, they fake. Pay in full, I don't wait.
Cash, puff, out of space. Typhoon, fuck a wave. Made a name off a plate. Changed the game off a tape.
That camera gonna be like, I know exactly what
Hit your motherfucking yeah. Alright, we turned up, y'all. You have to watch some funny shit now. Should I react to the reacts? Bro, my YouTube feed is crazy. Yeah. I'm live right now, y'all. Y'all ain't know that. Just in case y'all ain't know. They coming out with a new Pokemon? Hold on, yeah. Yeah, we need to turn out the big speakers real quick. Turn out the big speakers real quick. Let me turn out the big speakers real quick. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't know what to do.
What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? I want you to listen closely. This is a cautionary tale. It doesn't matter how many lives are affected. All around the world, it's the same song. People just don't get it. Right now, you got folks dragging NBA free agent Tristan Thompson for finally chunking a few coins at his baby mother, Marlee Nichols, but still not bonding with their son. Now, fam, I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what about the women? When are the women who get involved with dudes like Tristan Thompson going to accept responsibility for their own actions? I get it. Tristan had allegedly an affair with this woman, Marlee, while celebrating his birthday back in March in Houston of 2021. Now, this allegedly while he's still in a relationship with Chloe. Khloe Kardashian, right? Now, so, okay, he out of pocket for cheating. You know his reputation. You know it. All the women, they know his reputation. But they would still lay up, open their legs, and let this dude run up in them raw. How low does your self-esteem has to be? How low does your integrity have to be? To just have a baby by a dude just because he's famous. And listen, some dudes, some women have babies by dudes just because they're in heat, or just because he looked good, or whatever. You know, whatever it is. At some point, the women got to accept responsibility for their actions. You got a lot of people would talk about deadbeat dads. You know, ain't no father in the house. These fathers taking off, they running. They're not taking care of their responsibility. But let's call out the women who have 5 children from 4 different men. My mama included. That's right, my mama included. Somebody got to accept some responsibility. At some point, you got to say to yourself, this is on me. I got to make sure that I'm not a statistic. I don't become a statistic. And it starts with your own behavior. That's where it starts. Some of these women out here, they know these dudes are breeders. They out here, it's this dude's out here, celebrity and otherwise. And don't get it twisted. Don't just pick on the celebrities now, because celebrities are just a microcosm of society. So for every celebrity that breeds, you got thousands of regular guys that are out here breeding. Millions of regular guys out here just breeding. So don't get it twisted.
Don't give them that fee, they not gonna bring you your shit. I'm telling you that from my personal experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know that they not gonna. You know what I'm saying? You gonna focus. You gonna focus. You gonna focus. Whatever. They just want to focus on me. They like me right now. It's cool. It's good. But, yeah. They about to be outside. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. It's that flip shit. rap, bitches. Anybody miss me? Anybody? Did anybody miss me? Yes, not nobody miss me. That's a damn shame. That's lame. Don't nobody ever miss me. Shit. Ain't even back on that motherfucker. I will say this. Twitch is definitely quicker. Alright, Willie D was born. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm about to watch this bully ball.
The NBA are not ready for the 2023 Golden State Warriors. So in today's video, we're going to be going through 5 key underrated reasons why I think the Golden State Warriors will win another championship and how the NBA are just not ready for them. So don't forget to like this video, and if you want more Golden State Warriors content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hitting that red button down below. Guys, 98% of you are still not subscribed, so it'd mean the world if you could subscribe to the channel. But let's get into the first reason, and the first reason being the Golden State Warriors' huge signings they made this offseason. Now, I know a lot of other NBA teams may have blinked an eye when they saw the people that the Golden State Warriors signed this year, despite the fact that they did lose players such as Gary Payton II, JTA, just to name a few. However, what I really do see is they have made some great signings that not only are good players, but they also complement the rest of the Golden State Warriors team. And that's definitely what the front office was trying to NBA are not ready for the 2023 Golden State Warriors. So in today's video, we're going to be going through 5 key underrated reasons why I think the Golden State Warriors will win another championship and how the NBA are just not ready for them. So don't forget to like this video, and if you want more Golden State Warriors content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hitting that red button down below. Guys, 98% of you are still not subscribed, so it'd mean the world if you could subscribe to the channel. But let's get into the first reason, and the first reason being the Golden State Warriors' huge signings they made this offseason. Now, I know a lot of other NBA teams may have blinked an eye when they saw the people that the Golden State Warriors signed this year, despite the fact that they did lose players such as Gary Payton II, JTA, just to name a few. However, what I really do see is they have made some great signings that not only are good players, but they also complement the rest of the Golden State Warriors team. And that's definitely what the front office was trying to find. They weren't trying to find NBA superstars, headline players that could drop 30, 40 a game. They found complementing players that will honestly complement players such as Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, all the people that are already on the roster. And I honestly think that it is so underrated that people are going to be surprised at what they have to offer. So I think that's great to see. Now, just to name some of the players, we won't go through all of them, but some of the players I'm really excited for: Mac McClung, we got Dante DiVincenzo, we got JaMychal Green, and then we also have other players such as Ryan Rollins, Patrick Baldwin Jr., who are the rookies. So there are a couple more signings, but I think overall the signings they have made are honestly fantastic. I have done a video on most of them just to really show you what they are all about, but what I do think they really do bring, all of them, is that mentality that they are willing to sacrifice anything in order for them to win. So they're not the type of players that are looking to be an NBA star or be someone that leads this team. They know it's Steph's team, they know it's Clay's, Draymond's, all that, and they are just looking to contribute wherever they can in order for them to win another championship. And that's what I absolutely love about their signings. Dante DiVincenzo, I have said time and time again, he's definitely like a Gary Payton II, but he plays a little bit better offense. But I do think that Gary Payton II's defense is a little better. So there is a bit of a discrepancy between there, but I think they almost are definitely the same type of play style, and they'll definitely fit into the system right well. Now, I've also said, great things about Mac McClung. JaMychal Green, who's also an experienced vet, I think is going to bring a lot when it comes to what he can bring for the second unit, and also the experience he can bring from other teams. There are never enough times to actually learn. I think JaMychal Green can really teach the young core what being a power forward, especially, players like Kevon Looney, James Wiseman, what it is all about. Reason number 2 is James Wiseman is coming back. Now, I know a lot of other NBA fans, they may not have realized or remembered that James Wiseman is still a part of the Golden State Warriors, but I know us Warriors fans are so excited to see him back on the floor. If you don't remember, James Wiseman is 7'1", 240 pounds. He is honestly the biggest center as they come in today's NBA, guys. Obviously, everyone loves to run small ball, so him standing at 7'1" is a very, very big center. And I think, he really does have the skills to show for it, especially in his first rookie season last season. Now, when it comes to all this, obviously it was cut short. He did only play 39 games due to injury, but he is supposedly coming back this season. It may not be said whether he's going to play the full season, whether they're going to keep an eye on him, maybe play a couple of games here or there, but I think having him back in the roster and getting some game time will honestly be so good, especially with the other players such as Clay, Steph, Draymond, all back to full force. So if you don't remember, James Wiseman last season actually averaged 11.5 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 0.7 assists. So he was honestly a dominant force inside the paint. His field goal percentage was also 51%. 51%. He is honestly a paint beast. I absolutely love him on the roster, and I really am excited to see him play this upcoming season. I think he will complement, playing that position of maybe Kevon Looney, or maybe if they do want to run a big lineup, run James Wiseman at power forward, Kevon Looney at center. I think that would get everyone so excited to see that. But James Wiseman, people have forgotten about him, but I still think he can be a great player. A lot of other NBA fans may have thought he was a bust, but us Warriors fans, we know he is capable of being a great center, and I think he will honestly complement the rest of the roster very, very well. So number 3 underrated reason why I think the NBA are not ready for the Golden State Warriors is Jonathan Kuminga is going to be getting a lot more game time. Now, I know a lot of you Warriors fans know Jonathan Kuminga is definitely one of the great players that has so much potential to be such an all-out superstar. He stands at 6'6", 210 pounds, moves like a guard, can really yam it on someone with his athleticism, and I honestly think he's going to be a fantastic player. Now, I know a lot of you were sad that Otto Porter left, JTA left, Gary Payton II left, and obviously it is sad to see those players go. However, what I do think the front office is doing is letting those players go to let the younger players actually start to shine, and Jonathan Kuminga is definitely one of those people. Now, he may not be getting 20-30 minutes a game, next season, but I do think him seeing in the roster will honestly help him prosper, help his potential continue to grow, and help him become a better player as time goes on. I can definitely see him averaging around 10 to 12 minutes, even up to 20 minutes per game at least, and playing a majority of the games. And hopefully, if he continues to play well, it will continue to grow and grow. Now, last season he did very well. He actually had 9.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 0.9 assists. Now, you're all probably like, those are not that great stats, but you gotta remember, guys, he was only averaging 13 minutes a game. So he wasn't averaging a lot of minutes, guys. It really wasn't enough for him to actually produce big numbers such as 20-30 points. But I think this year, guys, he's really going to push that. I definitely see him getting no least than 10 minutes. I can definitely see him going all the way up to around 25 minutes a game, hopefully. Maybe around that 20 mark, I think is a sweet spot. But Kuminga, I think he may not have an all-star season just yet, but I think this year is going to be honestly a great season for him to continue to prosper and continue to improve as time goes on. Reason number 4 is Jordan Poole is going to have a breakout season. Now, I know a lot of you may be thinking of making such a bold claim, but I do see Jordan Poole gaining a bigger role this upcoming season than last season. Now, the reason why, like I've mentioned before, when it comes to Kuminga, losing players such as JDA, Otto Porter, all those, although we did find replacements in signings, I do think the Golden State Warriors are going to be giving a lot more minutes to the core players, and I think Jordan Poole is now in that core lineup. So I honestly think he may not be starting, but I think he is going to be getting more minutes. In last season, he actually only averaged 30 minutes a game, and I think that's probably going to be bumped up to at least 35. Also, for the 2021-2022 season, he averaged 18.5 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 4.0 assists. Now, I think he can definitely win most improved. Those numbers can definitely bump up. I can definitely see him averaging at least 25 points next season. Yes, guys, like I said, it is a bold claim, but I have so much confidence and so much faith in Jordan Poole that he is honestly going to get better as time goes on. He can definitely get his rebounds up and definitely his assists up, but I think if his points go up by quite a few, I think that will really show, him winning that most improved award. A lot of people actually said last season that he should have won it, so maybe this season is his year to actually get it, which I think will honestly be fantastic for him. As you all know as well, Jordan Poole is actually on the, near end of his contract, and it is still up for grabs whether he will be actually staying with the Golden State Warriors. So I think the front office are going to look to play him in such a bigger role in order for him to actually be more willing to stay, because he can definitely get a starter position, maybe even star position at any other team. So hopefully Jordan Poole continues to stay with the Golden State Warriors, but when it comes to next season, I honestly see him having a breakout season. If you're gonna have me, I guess think of what his stats will be next season, I think he'll actually get 25 points, probably 23, and I'd give him 5 rebounds per game and also 6 assists. So those are my numbers, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think with those numbers, but I think Jordan Poole will honestly have a great season, and with the help of Steph Curry, Klay, all these other greats, he will definitely continue to prosper and continue to be better as time goes on. Reason number 5 is Draymond Green is staying with the Golden State Warriors. Now, this is just temporary in a sense that we don't really know what's going to happen at the end of his contract. Maybe Golden State Warriors sign someone else, but for this season coming up, they are looking to keep him, and they're going to play him until the end of his contract. So it's great to have him for another season, and I think they can definitely get one more championship out of him before he decides to leave, if he wants to get a max contract somewhere else. Now, Golden State Warriors have made it kind of known that they can't really offer him a max contract. As you all know, Draymond Green is aging, unfortunately. Now, he may not be the same that he was when he was young, but he's still a very vital player to this team. He really does provide a lot, even though it doesn't show up in the stat sheet. His leadership, his defensive presence, his playmaking ability to get Steph, Klay open, I honestly think that's something that really
this what I think Draymond gonna sign for extra
Draymond
years.
Green go
Extension.
would be definitely sad, but for this season coming up, we do have him,
do what they
and I
did
think
with
they can
Iguodala. They
definitely
gonna
win
give him
another
top in
NBA
the,
championship. So last season, 2021 to 2022, he actually averaged 7.5 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 7 assists. So he almost got pretty much a triple-double. He put up some some great numbers. He actually shot pretty well from the field goal, 52%. 3-point percentage wasn't so great, 30%. I know a lot of you remember, but Draymond Green was actually a pretty solid 3-point shooter back in the day. Now, what I mean by solid, I mean around, the 37% 3-point line percentage, and also maybe hits 1 or 2 threes. But nowadays, if you have Steph, if you have Clay, and now you have other players such as Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins that can also knock it down, there's really no use for you to shoot that 3 ball. So it's really not a part of his game. But what I do think he really does provide a lot of is definitely those intangible things: rebounds, assists, playmaking, leadership, all that great stuff. So I think Draymond Green is still a vital player to this roster. I have a lot of comments in my comment section that have been saying, oh, get rid of Draymond, he's useless, blah, blah. Yes, guys, it doesn't show up on the stats, but I'm telling you right now, with Steph and Clay, the way they are playing, that wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Draymond to get him open and, also helping out when it comes to playmaking and grabbing some of the attention off them. So, I absolutely love Draymond. It will be sad to see him go next season if they can't sign him the max contract, but there are going to be other big free agents that are going to be available next season or next off season. So, they definitely could find a replacement for Draymond very, very soon. But it seems like for this season, they're not looking to trade him before his contract ends or anything like that. They're looking to ride his contract all the way till the end. And then if he does decide to not stay, then they'll just get someone from the free agency next season. And they also have freed up a bit of cap space. So no need for trading. And I think the NBA is scared that he is going to be there for another season. So Steph, Clay, Draymond, the big three. Obviously, there's other great players, but they're still all there. And I think that's fantastic. So let me know down in the comments what you think, guys. Let me know. Would love to hear your opinion on it. And yeah, guys, I'll see you soon. Peace.
From 2015 to 2018, the NBA was quite predictable. You had Cleveland on one end and Golden State on the other. I mean, year after year after year, you can try and spin as many narratives as you want, but in the end, it all came down to LeBron and Curry, and that's all she wrote. Since then, however, the NBA landscape has changed dramatically. And for the first time in the last decade, a changing of the guards is now starting to take place. Trust me when I say that the 2023 NBA season looks insane. I'm going to start off here with the Minnesota Timberwolves. During the 2022 season, Anthony Edwards was starting to look like a star, and then in the 6 playoff games he played in, he proved it. After that, following their first-round exit for better or for worse, they acquired Rudy Gobert, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year that everyone hates on for some strange reason. Anyway, the Timberwolves looked poised to make more noise than they've made since the Kevin Garnett days, and for the first time in a long time, they can't be ignored. I mean, they now feature a starting lineup consisting of D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. Sheesh, guys. That's 3 all-star players and a rising superstar, all together in a starting lineup, which is a bit unreal if you ask me. As a matter of fact, just off the top of my head, I can only think of the Warriors that could produce such a star-studded group of ballers, but the thing is, unlike the Warriors, all the Timberwolves stars are still in their prime, and the oldest would be Rudy Gobert, who just turned 30 not too long ago. If this team could just develop the proper chemistry and play together as a unit, they're gonna be scary. Next off, I want to talk about the OKC Thunder. Honestly, even though Russell Westbrook had all those insane triple-double seasons, OKC has been irrelevant in the championship picture ever since Durant left in 2016. In 2023, they're still not going to be contenders, but a picture is starting to form. If you don't believe me, just take a look yourself. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who just came off a season averaging almost 25 points, is starting to look like an all-star. Josh Giddey, on the other hand, looks like a young Larry Bird, and I'm not just talking about their hairstyles. And then in 2022, the Thunder, with their 2nd overall pick, acquired Chet Holmgren, a 7-footer who can literally do it all. He's a bit on the skinny side currently, but when he packs on a bit of muscle and sharpens his toolbox, the league better watch out. Anyways, Holmgren, along with the other two ballers, they're gonna give OKC fans a reason to go cheer for their home team again, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start to make some serious noise in about 2 to 3 years. Another interesting narrative that's about to take place are these beef that's happening between players. I mean, Patrick Beverley called CP3 the quote-unquote point god, a cone, and just completely trash-talked him for a straight week on ESPN. So far, Chris Paul hasn't said anything back in retaliation, but when the Phoenix Suns play against the Utah Jazz in 2023, I expect there to be a game within the game, and I'm definitely going to tune in to see the fireworks. Also, recently the 2022 #1 pick, Paolo Banchero and DeJounte Murray of the Hawks got into some type of altercation at a summer league where the recent All-Star hit the youngin with a series of moves, dunked on him, said some harsh words, then threw the ball at him. Man, just look at those eyes. There was some serious anger there. They both play in the same division now in the Eastern Conference, so they'll see each other a few times in the regular season, and yeah, I expect there to be a game within the game here as well. Anyway, back to regular basketball for a bit. The 2023 season is also when we're going to see the return of Zion Williamson and potentially the rise of the Pelicans. The 2019 hyped up #1 pick proved that he was worth the hype, but unfortunately, injuries relating to his weight have been keeping him off the court. There were talks of him perhaps being traded, but in the end, he signed a 5-year max extension, and the great thing for NBA fans is that there's a weight clause in it. Zion will be weighed periodically, and unless he clocks in at under 295 pounds, he could potentially lose a lot of money. This will hopefully keep him on the court, and as long as he's playing, the Pelicans do have a chance. In addition, New Orleans also recently acquired the 2016 Most Improved player, CJ McCollum. CJ is going to be the perfect veteran mentor for both Zion and Brandon Ingram, and even though the two younger kids have been ghosting CJ's FaceTime calls, when the season starts, this is gonna be a dangerous team. What makes them even scarier is the fact that they have a good coach standing behind them. I mean, when was the last time you heard this?
Okay, we ain't giving it up. We are not freaking giving this up. You gotta freaking fight.
Sheesh, guys. That was Greg Popovich-esque. Next off, we have LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. In 2023, King James has a chance to break the NBA's all-time scoring record set by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over 30 years ago. I mean, at this point in time, he only needs 1,325 more points, which comes out to averaging about 16.2 points over the course of an 82-game regular season. This, however, won't be his only accomplishment for 2023. Most people are counting the Lakers out already. I mean, yeah, sure, they won the championship in 2020, but since then, they've been hit with the injury bug, and they traded away their depth for a superstar who doesn't seem like a good fit. In saying that, however, if LeBron and Anthony Davis could stay healthy and get their team into the playoffs, there could be some serious noise coming out of the squad, because the truth is, this team isn't built for the regular season. They're built for the playoffs. Anyways, another crazy narrative waiting to happen in 2023 is the Denver Nuggets. For the past 2 seasons, their superstar player has been the MVP of the league, putting up numbers that are unheard of. I mean, he just put up the best single-season box plus-minus ever recorded, and then, to top it off, he also just put up the best single-season player efficiency rating in NBA history. Sheesh, guys. What a show-off. In the postseasons, however, Jokic has been completely overwhelmed for 2 consecutive years because of injuries to his fellow co-stars in Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. But finally, they'll be back, and I know Nuggets fans are salivating over the potential of what their team can do. To be honest, I can't wait either, because finally we see what the Joker is capable of when he's playing with a complete roster where there's no more excuses, and yeah. Enough said. Last off here, we have the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry and the crew just came off winning a championship, and as of today, they are the team to beat. What's going to be considered must-watch basketball when it comes to Warriors is the development of their young talents in James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga. Both of these two are top lottery picks, and both arguably in the top 10 when it comes to the most athletic players in the game today. Wiseman in particular is going to give Curry a lob threat weapon that he's really never had before, and will make the best player on the planet even more lethal. Anyway, how much these two will grow and how much better the Warriors will be from their development is something to keep a close eye out for, because it could potentially make Golden State a perennial championship contender for another decade or so. Oh, and before I forget, to top things off in 2023, the NBA might have a tankathon closer towards the end of the season for Victor Wembanyama, who among executives and scouts is the most talked about prospect since LeBron James. Sheesh. The 2023 season is going to completely change the NBA with all these new narratives going on. And the crazy thing is, I haven't even yet mentioned some of the previous year's top teams like the Suns, Bucks, Heat, Celtics, Mavericks, or Grizzlies. And neither have I mentioned the return of Kawhi and the Clippers or what's going to happen with KD and the Nets. One thing is for sure though, after 2023, the landscape of the NBA will never be the same.
Shooters everywhere. Vanderbilt on the kick out. Steph goes through. One man to beat. D'Angelo Russell. It's a lock. Games or so. So Steph to tie it. There it is. I knew he would make his first one. He equals Ray Allen very quickly. Barely took a minute. And stands on the doorstep of history right now. There's that cross screen again to Wiggins. Steph, three. There it is. NBA three-point history. Stephen Curry stands alone as the most dominant distance shooter the game has ever seen. And Clay down the lane. We'll put it up and in. See the hang time too? Clay's got Jarrett Allen on a switch. He went to reach, and Clay down the lane! Times, but still no turnover. Shot clock at 5. The thing was, his defender fell down, and he was first one to get up. So he's like, I'm just going to cut to the rim. And there was JaVale McGee. Porter Jr., the trigger man. They got Curry. He checked it. Steph for the win. Yes, sir! His 8th career game winner. We got to get out of here. That step back is killer. 18 on threes. But on the dunks, much better. He just destroyed Batanzi. Rough. That's a backbreaker right there. No one was even around him. And Steph inside midcourt. 18 on threes. But on the dunks, much better. He just destroyed Batanzi. Rough. That's a backbreaker right there. No one was even around him. And Steph inside midcourt. This man is just ridiculous. Destroyed Batanzi. Rough. That's a backbreaker right there. No one was even around him. And Steph inside midcourt. This man is just ridiculous. He's going to keep shooting, man. Steph thought about that from the hash mark.
Sit your bum ass down.
Poole gets it off. And banks it in. Jordan Poole with his Steph Curry impression to end the first half. Give them credit. They got guys that are willing to take it and make it. Oh, my God. Now you see him, now you don't. Oh, he snapped the first half. Give them credit. They got guys that are willing to take it and make it. Oh, Steph. Now you see him, now you don't. Oh, he snapped Julius Randle's ankle bones. Down to 10 and 8. Curry driving, Curry jumper. Good! Told you that mid-range.
It's odd.
I know the lighting is different for Laker games.
That's what I was
They
about
light
to
it
say.
up like a stage. Curry again! 4 for 4 on threes. 6 for 6 in the game. Warriors have a close to the quarter. We've seen the Clipper adjustment. Multiple guys on Steph. Open three. Got it. And Bielitsa was fouled on the screen. Now drives. Gets into the paint. Nice speed. Kuminga. Kuminga the slam.
This is all set up by the greatness of Curry to attract multiple guys, and another well-timed cut.
And on the left side for him, is just no wasted motion. Just catch, shoot, everything feels great. Sometimes it's not like that on the right.
Steph! What a three from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, there it is. Play with a reload three. And Kuminga flying in to finish that.
The human helicopter. Watch your head. This is Kuminga. Watch him just get a running start. That's the perfect angle because no one even got close to boxing him out.
Steph lets it get down to 5. Step back three. Ball game. Good night. 6-point lead in the ball. Steph thought about that step back. Clay won't think at all. He'll just bury a three. 21 for Klay Thompson. Curry's doing everything. Comes up with the rebound. Steph's got 5 boards, the 9 assists, 28. Another three. We've seen the human torch reignite.
Get a report from Jared Greenberg in just a moment. Thompson on the run out behind the back. Wiggins taking on Porzingis.
Can we take the lid off this fourth quarter basket? Poole inside. Halfway down and out. Looney. The rebound. Looney the foul. Looney the foul. You might have to give the game ball to Looney tonight, man. They set an 18-4 Dubs advantage tonight. GP2, another pickpocket. Here comes the young glove. Jordan Poole's got Gobert on a switch. A step back three. And he got it. But look how much separation he got there. That third one is tough. If you miss the first 2, they used to have 3 to make 2 in the NBA. You don't want the hat trick. Bielitsa with a step around. Bielitsa's angry. The give here. And Wiggins, how about a steal instead? 5 seconds to work with. Play on a reload three. Yes, sir. That was so tough because he had to slip three. Instead, 5 seconds to work with.
He just was amazing.
Play on a reload three. Yes, sir. That was so tough because he had to slow. Perfect. Kuminga. Drop off to Steph. Now Jonathan starts to pass. As Cat misses at 3.
That's going to be really tough.
That's Jordan Poole. You've got the 3 good and then a foul.
I'm telling you, man.
You're going to use the review right now?
They don't.
Play. Corner 3. Review that. And on the road, hang in the game. Hang in the game. Tyus Jones missing there. Steph played the D. Great push ahead. Otto Porter, great catch. Oh, what a reverse finish. Ooh, crafty.
Wiggins grabs the loose ball, snaps it outlet pass to Curry. Curry feeling it.
Buy enough time for Wiggins to try to close it. Moody. Moses Moody.
Chioza, that's why they are comfortable with him doing that. Look at Moody.
Ingram scoring, Wiggins scoring, and then Wiggins scoring again.
Tell him you can't stop that tornado move. Got to look at Andrew Wiggins. He could have shot it right there. I mean, he's like, you know what?
Incredibly efficient game for Curry tonight. Juan saw it all the way. See man and ball. Push ahead, Kuminga. The human helicopter. Stop. Showing out. Why not?
Iguodala fakes. Iguodala drives. Goes in. Another slam. Andre Iguodala.
I'm loving the headband look.
So Clay, those 5 minutes to start the third as he starts the game, and Curry flips it in and draws the foul.
Oh, welcome to the league, Zaire Williams.
From J.J. Barea, way back in the mentorship in Dallas. And JTA, who is also bilingual, drops a hammer in any language.
Ball. Warriors looking for their 9th win in a row. Longest winning streak in the NBA. Oh my goodness.
You just see a number of guys stepping forward. There's 6 Clippers in double figures tonight. Kuminga with a move. And he just put Hartenstein all over YouTube. Jordan at 32 off the bench against Miami. Shot clock at 1. He got it to Wiggins. Perfectly done.
That's why you keep moving.
Can do it, and Billy Donovan has a shorter rotation. And Thompson is on it, but Adams was pushed and a foul is called.
Wait, what? What is this?
What's good, LDG? Lockdown Gang in the building. First and foremost, glory to God for giving us another day to do what we love to do. I'm not gonna waste any of your time. We got a quick video, major announcement from Mike Wang talking about the takeover system. Yes, next gen is getting a brand new takeover concept. We're not getting the same archetype where you just, upgrade your attributes and you get a specific archetype based off your attributes. No, as you can see, Mike, I don't know. This must have been 2K, bruh, because Rashawn 444, he ain't got no picture. This looked very suspect to me, but it's like 2K is hinting that we're making some major changes. He said current gen has a double take, but the design is different from new gen. It's still archetype based and not broken into abilities. That was the question that Rashawn asked, will current gen have double takeover on 23? That's a very particular question, bruh. And I truly feel like Mike Wang or somebody has somebody in the 2K community do a dummy account to ask that specific question to hint like, no, there's going to be some major differences between current gen and next gen. As far as like the takeover system, now we're going into this ability system where based off your archetype, based off your badges, based off your attributes will determine what kind of abilities or special abilities you'll be able to do. I love that because, having just limitless range, allowing you to shoot from anywhere and making you more specialized is allowing us to be more of a specialized role player on each team that we may play. And we may get to change our special abilities based off who we play with, which is going to be a major game changer in the 2K community. It's looking like 2K23 next gen is going to be one of the most skill gaps games and one of the most balanced games in 2K history. We still have to wait to see what happens, but this is a big deal. I don't post on Sunday, but I was doing some research and I found this tweet and nobody's talking about it, and this is major, man. We're getting a new takeover system for NBA 2K next gen. Now take over with your abilities rather than just your archetype. It's your boy Beck, live life stress less. You're rocking one of the best. Without God, my life would be a mess. Always remember to have faith, hope, and love. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Peace.
It's all about your abilities. Like, shoot, it's not your archetype. I mean, I guess your archetype chooses it in some way, but that ain't even true. I don't know. Man. Yeah. That's how we gonna say that. Coronavirus. Corona got it.
Froze experimental mode. Patch 1.1.1.1. Multiplayer collision. Oh my god. Dude, add a new collider for the skate. For the what? What just happened there? What a bleach? Where's the colliders at? Wobble and high speed. Better friction decay. I don't have that turned on. Nose and tail collider. Enable player collision. Work in progress. Yo! Show colliders. Oh, bunch of marshmallows. I can't knock you over, dude. Why? Why am I so weak? Ah, dude. Just like skate. This guy spawned in my head. Could somebody stand right here so I can foot plant them on the head? Alright, here we go. I got it. This might be hard. Yo! Dude! No! Yes! Yes, dude, we did it! There's a guy floating in the sky over there. New Froze mod, added collision. Patreon mod. Look forward, switch, and fakie on. Neck rotation.
I don't want to rant and I don't want to scream. I really don't. But I am tired of this false narrative being thrown around about Chet Holmgren. This entire Chet Holmgren narrative, it's got to stop. I understand it 100%. If you don't think he's going to be an NBA superstar, that's fine. That is a respectable opinion. But what people are saying about him now, especially after last night, is too far. I honestly believe it was almost like people were waiting for this to happen because as soon as it did, they were pouncing on him and ready to attack. And let me make this very, and I mean very clear, I don't like Chet Holmgren. I don't dislike him. I'm even keel. This is about as unbiased as it's going to get. And that is rare when it comes to Mr. Chet Holmgren, because for the most part, you either love this guy or you hate him, no in-betweens. For me, though, and I just want to give you some insight on how I view him, I'm wishing him the best of luck. I hope he succeeds, but I don't think he's a franchise guy. I don't think he's a superstar. I think he's going to be an all-star, but not a superstar. We're going to talk all about that. We also, coincidentally enough, got to talk about what else happened at the Pro-Am game last night. For those of you that don't know, Jamal Crawford set up this Pro-Am game, and it had one of the best lineups you'll ever see. You had LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, and also, you know, DeJounte Murray. For those of you that have been keeping up with this, you know DeJounte Murray and Mr. Paolo Banchero, they've had a little beef going on. It appears to seem, though, that's all it ever was, just some little beef, because they did squash it last night. I'm not doing no intro, none of that. I don't even think you guys like when I do intros, because I'll be honest, I do drag them out sometimes. I don't mean to, it just happens. We're just going to jump straight into both of these topics. Real quick, though, before we get into it, I have to ask you guys a serious question. Football season is right around the corner, and starting on September 3rd, every Saturday during football season, I'm going to be live streaming. I know we got a bunch of new people, but if you did keep up with the channel last year, you know what happened during football season. That's all we talked about. We didn't even make a basketball video. I think there was a 4 to 5 month span where we didn't make a single basketball video on this channel. The reason for that is because everybody was loving the football videos, and I myself, I love making football videos just as much as basketball basketball ones. So with football season coming up, I'm going to ask you right now, I'm not going to be one of those corny YouTubers and say leave a like. You don't got to leave a like. Just let me know in the comment section, do you want to see basketball videos during football season? If the answer to that question is yes, I will try my best to incorporate them in there here and there, but during college football season, it's mostly going to be college football videos. Just let me know, and it's a very important question because I want to cater to my audience, and that's why we only made football videos last year, because that's what everybody wanted to see. Everybody wanted more football videos, so that's what I'm going to bring. But then I had a lot of people commenting and DMing me on Instagram, yo, Matt, we want to start seeing basketball videos again. So guess what? An all-star in Jason Tatum, some people think he's a superstar, I don't. DeJounte Murray, who is also an all-star, Paolo Banchero, and Chet Holmgren. I mean, come on now, as a basketball fan, it can't get too much better than that. This wasn't something that I personally was really looking forward to. I know there was a bunch of people that was camping out before the games and they were flying to it and looking forward to it. Me personally, not so much. I thought it was cool and I thought it'd be interesting to watch, but I wasn't hyping it up like an NBA Finals game. It sounded and looked good on paper. You had all these stars coming out to play. You had Jamal Crawford hosting it. It looked like it was going to be legendary. However, it what's a really nice way to say this? It didn't go as planned. It went from being one of the most legendary Pro-Am games of all time to a disaster within the blink of an eye. I believe technically it ended in the second quarter because the court was wet and it was just chaos in there. The gym was like 120 degrees and there was no AC. It could have been at halftime, but all I know is it didn't get to the third quarter. I could tell from the jump this was going to be a crap show. I mean, I'm going to show you this clip right here. This is LeBron James walking into the gym, and here was my question. Where in the crap is the security? You've got LeBron James, who isn't just maybe the greatest basketball player of all time, but he is an icon right now, and you got no security for him? Come on, man. And I already know, and this is a valid point, you got people saying stuff like this. Man, don't nobody care about security. Did Dr. J have security at Rucker Park? This is for the culture. Bron knew what he signed up for. He'll be okay, and that got over 350 likes, and I get it. I understand it. Back in the day, there wasn't security, but you also got to remember, back in the day, people weren't crazy like they are now in 2022. I don't think not having security, it's a major and big deal. I'm just saying I knew once I saw that it wasn't going to be too good. You just kind of got the feel and vibe from watching that everything was too good to be true. There's no way this was going to go over smooth and nothing bad was going to happen. Fast forward in time to when the actual game started, it was only about, what was it, a minute or two in, where LeBron had a one-on-one fast break with guess who? Chet Holmgren, and Chet Holmgren got injured. It's hard to tell from the clip, but it looks like Chet Holmgren got his ankle stepped on by LeBron. And you already know it started trending on Twitter. People were running to the comments and saying, oh, Chet Holmgren, he got bullied. I told y'all when he gets to the NBA, he's going to get bullied and blah, 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 blah. Here's my counter argument to that, and keep in mind, I'm not really a Chet Holmgren fan. It's LeBron James. Who isn't LeBron going to bully on a one-on-one fast break? And as a matter of fact, I want you to look at this clip. Chet Holmgren, he stopped LeBron from scoring. Did LeBron push him a little? Yeah, but it's LeBron James. Chet Holmgren in this video clip, he held his own. He went after the ball, tried to steal it, couldn't steal it, got pushed around and tried to block it, and he forced a miss. I don't understand it. When is a player ever going to be criticized for stopping LeBron one-on-one on a fast break outside of Chet Holmgren? I don't want to rant and I don't want to scream. I really don't. But I am tired of this false narrative. He's the type of guy where you can back him down in the paint all the way to the rim and he can still block your shot. That's how tall he is. But getting back on topic with the injury, I'm tired of people saying that he's going to be too fragile in the NBA. I don't understand where you're getting that argument from, because look what happened in college and high school. That didn't stop him. And I'll be the first to tell you, the NBA compared to college, it's not even in the same atmosphere. It's a completely different competition. But trying to say that he's going to be injury prone, he's built like sea, and when it gets too hot, it builds up water, which is condensation on the court. I can't dumb it. In other terms, if you don't know what that means, the gym was getting too hot because apparently, according to sources, there was no AC, and when it gets too hot, it builds up water, which is condensation on the court. I can't dumb it down any more than that. The ball was getting slippery, the court was getting slippery, and it wasn't safe. Yo, look at this reply. Somebody said Stephen Curry had something to do with this, I bet. Why is that funny to me? I don't know. But as we all know, or if you don't know, you should know, Jamal Crawford, he's the one that hosted this. Here's what he wound up tweeting out last night, and it's rather interesting. Number one, I'm sorry for those who couldn't get in, truly. Number two, I had to make the decision to stop the game to protect the players. Tough, but right decision. Number three, thank you to all the stars showing love to our city. Oh wait, my bad. I don't know why I read that backwards. It's showing our city love. You get the point. And this is why I say it's interesting, because apparently, according to people that went to the game, even if you were in line, you didn't get in. Check out this comment. I waited 24 hours outside. Can't believe I wasted my time thinking we would watch good basketball. Maybe next time hire more mop boys and they wouldn't be slipping around on the court. And check out this comment. Not a single person from that quote-unquote line got in. You operated that whole event for your people's LMAO. What was historic about that? Another comment right here. You don't have to be a genius to know that court is trash. Organization and logistics were awful. Only friends and family were getting in. If you don't know how to do an event like that, don't do it. Hashtag trash. And I'm not saying this is true, but apparently, according to these replies, a lot of people in the line didn't even get in. And actually, one of the replies stated, like I read off, that nobody in the line got in. I don't know if that's true. If you know anything about this or you went to the event, let us know in the comment section. Fill us in. Here's what I got to say about that, and I feel strongly about this. Jamal Crawford is pushing 52. This isn't some 25-year-old kid who was trying to run this operation. This is Jamal Crawford, who is pushing 52 years old. He should have had everything under control weeks ago. He should have knew up front that this gym was too small, it's a trash gym, and it's going to get slippery. I think what happened last night, it's flat out embarrassing. Like I said, Jamal Crawford is dang near pushing 52. You're telling me you're pushing 52 years old and you can't even organize a basketball game? Here's my biggest problem with this. I'm going to show you the names of the players that went to this game. Look at this list. You mean to tell me you think this is going to be an A-OK deal to host this event, host this game in a high school basketball gym? Come on, man. Jamal Crawford, I respect you, I really do, but you got to be a little bit smarter than that, my guy. That's all I got to say about it. I think it's embarrassing that you build up and you hype up this event and you can't even get past halftime. It is what it is. I hope he learns from this mistake and maybe he can put on a better event next year. I will be looking forward to that. But last but not least, I actually thought that was going to be last, but I'll show you this. Paolo Banchero and DeJounte Murray, we all know they had some beef, and I'm going to show you a video clip of them making up. Hey man, that's what it's all about. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I saw that, it brought a smile to my face. I love to see it. Although yes, having beef and all these players going at one another, it's entertaining to see. I also love this. I love to see it. If you didn't know, DeJounte Murray and Paolo Banchero, both of them are from Seattle. It's nice to see both of them finally getting along. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Oh, and guess what, for all my Bronny and Bryce James haters, you're not going to like this. You might as well click off this video now. I just described Bryce and Bronny James. And I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of you aren't going to like this, but I believe it 100%.
Would you smash Zaya Wade?
Why would you ask me that? Chat, please.
Bryce Maximus James and his co-partner in crime, Bronny James, they have somehow, someway managed to find a loophole in the Matrix. I'm going to let you know right now, this is going to upset a ton of people, and more than likely, it's going to upset many people watching this. There's many people out there that hate the idea, or really, they despise the idea that Bronny James is going to be a great NBA basketball player. Although you're going to have your fair share of people like me, and many of you watching this, that you're on the Bronny James hype train, you're on the Bryce hype train, a lot of people aren't. What do all those people say? Oh, well, Bronny James only averaged 6 points per game in high school. Oh, he's only getting all this hype and attention because he's LeBron James' son and blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't even know if he likes basketball. Oh, he plays too many video games and blah, 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 blah. On the flip side, for Mr. Bryce James, not too many people criticize him, and the main reason for that is because he is a young kid still, and it'd look bad for people to criticize him, so they're not going to do it yet. The only negative thing you'll see people say about Bryce James is that he has that robotic movement, and people debating on whether he's 6'6" or 6'3". Besides that, he doesn't get near or nowhere even close to the amount of hate that Bronny gets. But trust me, give it some time. The older he gets, the more hate is going to slowly roll in. We made a video, what was it? I believe 9 days ago, and I titled it, There's Something Different About Bronny and Bryce James. You guys showed that video a ton of love. If you haven't seen it, you might want to go check it out because I'm going to piggyback off of that. What happened and unfolded in the recent days? Recently, Sierra Canyon, which is Bryce and Bronny's high school basketball team, they flew all the way to London to play in an exhibition game. And in that game, guess what? Bryce and Bronny James, they were on the court at the same time playing together. I knew it would eventually happen, but still, when I sat back and saw it watching it live, I was like, dang, it's really happening. We're not just going to talk about that in this video. We have plenty of other stuff to talk about and go over. As always, we're on the road to 300K, so if you like basketball content, hey, it's plain and simple. I would love to have you a part of the family. Go down there, hit that subscribe button if you don't want to. That's cool too. this first because it's been pissing me off. Okay, well, it hasn't been pissing me off, but you get what I'm trying to say. Or maybe you don't get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, besides the point, doesn't matter. I've been seeing this everywhere where everyone's leaking this information or quote-unquote leaking this information about how these are the schools recruiting Bronny James. UCLA, Michigan, Ohio State, USC, Oregon, and others. I've seen it everywhere. It's almost like every social media website that keeps up with basketball and Bronny, they've posted it. Now I know what you're sitting there saying, yo Matt, why does this piss you off? And the reason for that is fairly simple, because duh, it's not just UCLA, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon. Every single college team is recruiting Bronny. There isn't a single team in the country that doesn't want Bronny James. You mean to tell me if Bronny said, okay, I want to go to Kansas, Duke, or wherever, they would deny that? No. Bronny James can, and he will go to whatever college he wants to. It's not even up for debate. I wanted to get that out the way first, but let me show you this next clip. This is Bryce and Brian James warming up in the layup lines. And look at this, you got Bryce James doing alley-oops to himself, and he's only 15. Before we go any farther, let's address the elephant in the room, and I know people are going to bring it up in the comment section, and that's about Bryce's height. Is he really 6'6"? I made a video talking about it where it does look like he is about 3 inches shorter than LeBron, and he is taller than Bronny in some angles and some pictures. And I see everywhere you got people trying to debunk this and say, oh, well, he's only 6'4", 6'5". There's no way he's 6'6". Look, here's where I stand on it. Whether he's 6'5" or 6'6", 6'4", it doesn't matter. He's in the same area. And I can guarantee you this, if you don't actually believe he's already 6'6", he will be there one day. I wanted to get that out the way first. Now, if you didn't catch their game where they did play in London, they did lose, I think it was, 7 points, 81-74. But Bronny and Bryce, they showed up and they showed out. And when I say Bronny and Bryce showed up and showed out, I don't mean they dropped 30 or 35 points. We know this by now. Bronny's not that kind of player. Will he have some spurts and moments like we saw in the Peach Jam where he can go off for 30 points? Yes, but it's not an every night occurrence. Same thing for Bryce James. He's more of that small forward, power forward build. He's not going to dominate a basketball game like LeBron did in high school. Overall for the game, there's not too much to talk about, and I don't want to bore you. I was pleased with how Bronny played. He had 11 points, and I think Bryce also had 4 or 6. I never saw the official stat line for him. He didn't play as much because, duh, he is on the younger side, but he got 2 buckets late in the fourth quarter. And I'm going to show you this picture right here, and man, wow, it's you just have to admire it. This almost looks like something out of a movie, and LeBron has to get this framed up in his house. When you're talking about a legendary picture, this is a definition of it right here. And once again, you can see the height difference. I'm not saying that Bryce James is 6'6" or 6'7", but it's clear as day that he's as tall as, if not taller than Bronny. And if you do want to say that Bronny is slightly taller, it's not by much. And the reason I'm talking about the height so much is, well, you're just going to want to stay tuned for later in this video. We got to talk about it. Also, during this game, LeBron James tweeted this out, and it was trending everywhere. Man, I'm literally watching Bronny and Bryce on the court together for the first time in a game situation. This is insane. I'm emotional AF. Wow. And of course, like always, whenever somebody's succeeding in life, you're going to have those people try to bring them down. This person said, and it got over 200 likes. Both of them will be exposed in college. Okay, that's a debatable comment. I'll talk about that in just a second. But first, I want to read you off this comment. And in reality, I would say it's the main reason I'm even making this video. D'Angelo Russell tweeted out, the NBA is full of athletes, not basketball players, #respectfully. I'm not gonna lie, when he first tweeted that out and I saw it, I was like, what does he mean by that? But then I sat back and thought about it. He's not 98, he's not 99, he is 100% right on this, and I'll explain it to you perfectly and dumb it down the best way I can. The NBA isn't full of basketball players who are extremely skilled. Yeah, you're gonna have some here and there, but for the vast majority, it's just athletes. There's many different examples you could use for this, but I'm just gonna use this one. For example, take a look at a 5'10" or 5'11" white guy who isn't really that athletic. That said, 5'10" white guy, he can be a great slot wide receiver in the NFL, and he can be a star. You can't even make this stuff up. A prime example of this is Hunter Renfrow for the Raiders, and he is literally exactly 5'10". He's 5'10", 185 pounds, and I can guarantee you his vertical isn't even over 32 or 33 inches. But guess what? Hunter Renfrow, a 5'10" white guy, had over 100 catches last year for 1,000 yards. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think if Hunter Renfrow decided he wanted to pursue his hoop dreams, he would have even had a shot at getting in the NBA? Heck to the no. Okay, let's take this over to baseball. You can be a 5'10" white guy, not that athletic, and you can still be a star. I mean this in no disrespect to Hunter Renfrow. He's talented and he has a skill set, but the point of this is saying he's not a real deal athlete. He's not a freak of nature like a LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Same thing for a lot of these Major League Baseball players. Some of them are kind of chubby and out of shape, yet they're still getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. The one sport where you got to be at the absolute pinnacle of an athletic specimen, and you can't be out of shape or else you will get exposed, is the NBA or basketball. So going back to this tweet by D'Angelo Russell, the NBA is full of athletes and not basketball players, he's right. The NBA is one of, if not the only sport where you can be extremely skilled and you might not even make it. You have to be an athletic specimen or you're not even going to be considered for the NBA. And if you don't believe me, go watch college basketball. You see all these guys who average 28, 29, 30 points per game, and they don't even get drafted sometimes. But on the other hand, you'll have guys who average like 7, 8 points per game, and I think in that 1 year, Devin Booker only averaged 9 points per game for Kentucky, and he went in the lottery. It is worth mentioning that Devin Booker played on a loaded Kentucky team, but you get what I'm trying to say. These NBA scouts, they're not looking for skilled players, they're looking for athletes. And you can't blame them because look at the NBA, that's what wins championships. Look at Giannis. Let me ask you a question. If Giannis was 6 foot and he was just skilled, do you really think he'd be winning all these MVPs? No. Hunter Renfrow, and I'm sorry I'm continuing to go back to this, but I'm trying to dumb it down for the people who don't understand. He's not athletic, but I want you to understand this. He's skilled and he's talented. He has elite footwork. He has all the intangibles you need. He's just not athletic. The unfortunate reality for the NBA is you can be skilled and you can have all the outstanding footwork you need, but if you're not athletic, you're not even going to be considered for the league. Whoa. Hold on. I know what you're sitting there saying. Athletic.
Oh, 100%. Name one player today that has footwork like Kobe or Hakeem. Name one player today that has skill like, I don't know, Kajai or Dirk. Passing like Magic. Today's players like raw skill and talent. I give you that. Today's players are...
You're not even going to be considered for the league. Whoa. Hold on. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what in the crap does any of that have to do with Bronny and Bryce James? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because it has a lot to do with them. I think some of you know exactly where I'm about to go with this. Look at Bronny James. He's an athletic specimen. He's going to be roughly 6'6" or 6'7" when it's all said and done, and he's going to have the ideal player build for a modern day NBA player. Look at Bryce James, and if you don't want to say he's 6'6", I'll meet you in the middle. We'll say he's already 6'5". He's not extremely athletic like Bronny just yet, but he will be given some time. I wouldn't dare go as far as you're saying that Bronny and Bryce James, they are as skilled as a Steph Curry, but here's what I am going to say. It doesn't even matter because if they finish down at 6'7" and they're both athletic, they're going to be in the league. Because guess what? And it all goes back to what I've been ranting on in this video, and it's what D'Angelo Russell said. The NBA has athletes, not basketball players. I know some of you can relate to this. You can go to your local Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, or just your local park, and you can see a guy who's 5'10", and he's got all the skills in the world. He's got elite handles. He's got a great jump shot, but he's 5'10". Bryce and Bronny James might not be as skilled and have the great footwork like a Kobe Bryant or a Damian Lillard or Steph Curry, but if they finish out at 6'7", 220 and they're athletic specimens, it doesn't matter. They're going to be in the league. And also, the sad and harsh reality is if they do get in the league, everybody's going to say, oh, they only made it because of their dad. That is what it is, but at the end of the day, you have to realize if somebody's 6'7", athletic, and they're just somewhat skilled at basketball, they have a good chance. Here's what I want some of you to understand, and it proves how athletic the NBA is and how insane it is now. Look at Steph Curry. He's 6'3", and I wouldn't even say he's skinny. He works out, and he's somewhat buff, and he's still undersized, and people bully him. Steph Curry is a liability on defense, and he's 6'3". He's not an athletic specimen, but he's athletic enough. He's 6'3", and he can throw down a dunk here and there. Nothing crazy, but it's a rim grazer. Really, think about that. 6'3". His body fat percentage is like 8%. His stamina is through the roof. He's pretty muscular, and he's still getting abused on the defensive side of the ball. And for that reason right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is why these NBA executives and teams, they're not even going after skilled players. They're going after athletes. The cold and harsh reality is if somebody's 6'7" and they got a decent skill set, the NBA GM or team, they're going to take them over a guy who's 5'10" and he's really skilled. Oh, and guess what? For all my Bronny and Bryce James haters, you're not going to like this. You might as well click off this video now. I just described Bryce and Bronny James. 6'7", athletic, and I do think they have more skill than some of these NBA players right now. And I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of you aren't going to like this, but I believe it 100%. If LeBron James right now at this current moment could choose between having Russell Westbrook on his team or Bronny James and Bryce James, he would do that trade in a heartbeat. And no, I'm not talking about Bronny and Bryce James when they're 20 or 21. I'm talking about Bryce James right now at 15 and Bronny at 18, or is he 17? Something like that. I can guarantee you right now LeBron James would trade Russell Westbrook for Bronny James at this current moment. You know why? Because Bronny James, he's coachable and he's a great teammate, whereas Westbrook ain't. That's all I got for today, and I just want y'all to face the facts. And D'Angelo Russell even stated it. The NBA has athletes, not basketball players. And guess who fits that mold and build perfectly? Bryson Bronny James. I'm very curious. Let me hear your thoughts on it now.
LeBron James has made it known that he wants to play with his oldest son, Bronny, in the NBA. But before Bronny can get there, he needs to make a big decision. Current rules state that a player has to be 1 year removed from high school to enter the draft. As Bronny enters his senior year, will he spend next year in college or in the G League? We just found out his next step, but if his dad was anyone but LeBron James, would Bronny even have this opportunity? The last and only scholarship offers that Bronny has gotten are from North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T. Not exactly irresistible offers. So the word was he's just gonna go to the G League. In fact, last month, 24/7 Sports, who only does college recruiting, said, I don't know that anybody's really recruiting Bronny James. I think the perception is Bronny James is not gonna play college basketball. Yeah, and the G League Ignite team has produced guys like Jonathan Kuminga and Jalen Green. The problem with Bronny is his team has never depended on him. He is a 6'2" shooting guard whose best skill is probably defense. Before his senior year, he's been a role player on really talented teams. He played with future NBA players Zaire Williams, BJ Boston. Then, during the pandemic, he tore his meniscus. That set his development back, and a lot of people are asking, why is LeBron James Jr. a role player? Is he the most overhyped player ever? But the big positive in all of this has been his attitude. You never hear Bronny complain about being a role player. He seems like a well-balanced kid despite being in the spotlight his entire life. I always say that maturity is as much of a skill in being a pro as a jump shot, and Bronny James has that. But then he flipped the script. For the first time in his career, Bronny had a team built around him this summer. Before his senior year, Bronny's Strive for Greatness team played at the Peach Jam in Atlanta. It's one of the big tournaments for high school stars. Bronny played great in front of sold-out crowds and hundreds of scouts. He averaged about 16 points, 6 boards, and over a steal a game. He took care of the ball as a point guard and played D with 2 games over 25 points. Well then, maybe he is a legit NBA prospect. Maybe that meniscus tear just set him back and Bronny is just now developing his game. Right after the Peach Jam, a huge ESPN report dropped. There is a strong feeling Bronny will take the college route as opposed to the G League Ignite or other developmental leagues. He is being pursued by the likes of UCLA, USC, Michigan, Ohio State, and Oregon, among others. Did you notice something about all those teams? They are all affiliated with Nike. LeBron has been partners with Nike since before Bronny was born. Ohio State, a Nike school, is in the state he and his dad were born. Michigan, Jordan Brand, coached by Juwan Howard, who played with LeBron for 3 years and was an assistant coach for the Miami Heat. Oregon is basically Nike University, and USC and UCLA would allow Bronny to stay home and play about a mile away from where his dad plays with the Lakers. But why would Bronny not even consider the G League Ignite? We know that Ignite plays against better competition and you can get paid up to $500,000 per season. But college offers something that Ignite cannot. In college, Bronny will be playing in front of packed arenas with thousands of screaming fans. He'll be a superstar on TV and college life. Can you imagine being Bronny James on a college campus? Friends, girlfriends. In the G League, you're like on some bus playing against like 30-year-old dudes who can't make the NBA. That sounds depressing. Think about the experience that Zion Williamson had at Duke for just 1 semester. I don't care if Zion was in the G League, ain't nobody going to those games or even watching those games. But now, college can compete financially. The big advantage that Ignite had over college was you can get paid. Then 1 year after Ignite was founded, the NCAA allowed players to get endorsement deals. Now last year, 21 of the top 23 draft picks came from college. And I know, Bronny doesn't need the money, right? I mean, his dad is a billionaire, but you don't want to live off your parents' money? I don't care who you are. It feels so much better to have your own life. According to On3, Bronny's NIL value is $6.4 million. That means he can become the richest prospect in any college sport. Number 2 is Arch Manning, who's committed to Texas football. Number 3 is Mikey Williams, who is in Bronny's draft class, but Bronny is worth almost double those guys. And let's be honest, Bronny must capitalize on this moment in his life because he's probably not going to have a long NBA career. If his dad wasn't LeBron James, I think Bronny would still be getting D1 offers, but at much smaller schools, and he'd be a 2 to 3 year college player. But now, he will be one and done because drafting Bronny means you will also get LeBron James. Bronny needs to make his money now, and he knows it. Reports say the kid makes between $46,000 and $120,000 per sponsored IG post. And just so you know, AM Hoops is like not even in that galaxy. Also, Bronny just signed an endorsement deal with PSD Underwear for his own line. He also filed 3 trademarks to build his brand. He will own the rights to Bronny, a BJ Jr. logo, and Bronald, which actually I don't really get that last one, Junior logo, and Bronald, which actually I don't really get that last one. But with all that, he can create NFTs, make a clothing line, make content on social media. As a result, the 17-year-old already has a net worth of $10 million. And that makes me happy. It should have always been this way. Kids have been exploited by the NCAA for way too long. Bronny is like the first one of this new generation of young athletes. These players have been providing the skill, and college sports have made billions. If this happened 5 years ago, Bronny would be ineligible for college sports. It's ridiculous. Like, imagine if you had some author who was in high school and they wrote a book that went viral and sold millions. Would Ohio State say, oh no, you can't come major in English at our school? No, they would go and they would be like a celebrity. But for some reason, for athletes, it didn't work that way. Now, a kid like Bronny can make his money while his star is bright. Bronny is going to be a role player in the NBA, which is good because he's already shown he's got the mentality to embrace that role in high school. But the only way he is more than that is if he takes off this next year. He's about to be a senior, and we just saw flashes at the Peach Jam already. Now imagine if Bronny kept growing from around 6'2" to like 6'6". And if he adds a dominant college season to that, the Bronny story gets a lot more interesting. Bronny's maturity speaks a lot to LeBron James and the way that he has raised him despite being in the spotlight his entire life. When that totally backfires is a guy like Shabazz Muhammad, which at one point he was supposed to be the #1 draft pick when he was in high school. Then he slipped all the way down to almost out of the lottery because he was so immature. He gets into the league and he squanders his NBA career. Now he has actually learned that humility through a lot of crap he had to take after not being able to get back in the league. But now he is trying to make a comeback, and I made a whole video about it right here.
The men in green, the Milwaukee Bucks, that's Alcindor against Bellamy. No.
I'm about to call this nigga. Let's put this nigga on stream real quick. Where the fuck is it at? Hey, bro. I'm high. Bro, you know you high when you can't find this shit, bro. I swear to God. That's how you know you fucked up. see if this nigga's still awake. We're gonna see if he's still awake.
What's up, bro?
Man, nothing. Streaming. Shit, streaming, nigga. The game, I can't do the game yet. But
it's different too. You gotta fix your volume. You gotta turn like your volume down a little bit so we hear you talk more.
Alright.
Yeah, but that shit lit, bro. Like, and that's, I'm telling you, that's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be like that. That's gonna be 10 motherfuckers. That you know gonna be 20 motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, and that shit gonna keep going up. That shit hard, bro.
Hey, I mean.
The feeling gonna be crazy.
Hey, that's all it is. We gonna start here. I'm starting with the restream, so I got YouTube and Twitch going at the same time, and whichever one take off first. But as long as I ain't a partner with Twitch, I'm cool.
Yeah, so you trying to do Twitch over Facebook?
Nah, I'm doing both of them. I'm doing Twitch and YouTube. I ain't did Facebook yet.
I'm in Twitch. Oh, that's what I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lit. That's motherfucking lit, bro.
Basic, cause you can smoke.
Yeah, you just gotta keep going, man. Like, I don't know, I don't fuck that shit for real. For me though.
Oh yeah, I already understand.
At least for right now. Yeah, at least right now I'm on some other shit. Like, I don't know.
Shit, you gotta do what you can do, bro. I'm in a position right now where I know I gotta sit still for the next 3 months or so. So I might as well do this. You feel what I'm saying? Go to work, stream when I ain't at work, build a following. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start. Go ahead.
I just been on some networking shit, man.
Shit, that's all it's about, nigga. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna film. I'm probably gonna record while I make a song, stream it while I make a song type shit.
Yeah, that's what I need to do, bro. I need to stop playing. I don't know. I feel like I ain't gonna start making it until I drop this shit. But then by the time I drop this shit, I feel like I'm gonna be making shit. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the timing gonna be off. The timing gonna be a little off, but I'm definitely coming, bro. I'm dropping everything.
Nah, I mean, shoot. Once you get to the position where you dropping shit, bro, then it ain't shit. Just keep dropping it. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, now you at a position now where a nigga can literally just be like, hey, I'm about to drop it right now. You know what I mean? Like, I got a new song. It's hit. Y'all heard me making it on whatever stream. Now it's about to build up here. Now I'm about to drop it next week. Y'all about to watch me doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's what I said, man. Hey, just, I feel like, you know, I can switch it down and say, I feel like I need to find a way to push it better, so no problem. I gotta find a way, like, again, like, I don't know.
the promotion, bro. I already understand. That's what it all is about, niggas. It's getting in front of their faces.
I feel like when I find out, like, the promotion better, when I find out, like, cause, like, I don't know, I got a couple songs on a couple playlists, but I ain't about to keep paying for that, bro. Thank you, have a good one.
That's how I felt. I wasn't. And hope that somebody come across it and start listening. Like, nah, I'm cool.
I can't hear you, brother. I just got, brother. I just feel like, yeah, that shit's stupid, bro. Just hope and pray.
Nah, that's what I definitely can't do.
Let somebody see that shit? Like, nah, hell no. Hell no.
Oh, shit.
Paying $40 and $50 just to get it. I ain't like, hell no. Hell no. What if nobody see it?
That's what my thing is. It ain't even like, how big is your, what if nobody skip it? What if every time they get to it, they skip that track? Oh, okay, I listened 10 seconds, go to the next song. Like, nigga, what am I paying for?
That's what I'm saying. Like, shit, it better be a playlist where motherfuckers just come and listen to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit weird, bro, but I don't know. I just need to get my subscribers up, too. I'm ready to start getting paid on YouTube.
I mean, it's like, it's just that, bro. At the end of the day, we just building your subscribers everywhere, niggas. Building the following, building everything up, making the community be lit. This right here is mostly me getting used to being in front of this microphone, this camera, talking when it's a screen, watching YouTube videos and shit like that. Hopefully shit of this become, I could clip some of this shit and then I can start posting that for content. And then boom, just go from there. You feel me? Like, it ain't like I'm about to go viral off of this. Just me sitting here by myself doing, you know what I mean? Like, I know that. But it's just,
Yeah, but you're on the right track. And you're on the right track for damn sure, you know what I mean?
hey.
For shit sure. And you, that thing behind you, I don't know if you did that intentionally. Like, that's the great thing. That's lit. Okay, I just ain't know if you did it intentionally or your curse was green, but as long as you got enough light back there, you can make that motherfucker invisible.
Oh yeah, nigga.
For sure.
Yo, yeah, it's big. We here. I set all the way up.
Facts. You gotta put light on the green screen though, like.
No, I got the tool coming up, and then I got two of these. So I'm about to use these for my back.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use them for the back.
You didn't need to put them.
Yep.
Like on the left and right outside of the
Yep.
camera view, just on the green screen, cause it'll be like fuzzy.
Yeah. But I gotta get something to tighten the screen up too. That's the problem right now. It's too loose.
What you mean?
Like, see all the wrinkles?
Yeah, but you ain't gotta pull it across.
Yeah, but see when I pull it across, I'll show you. Look. Like, it still need a little. It's still.
That's in there. You ain't gonna be able to see that shit, nigga. That's in there.
Oh, I ain't know. I feel like it.
That's hard, and it's the whole wall.
Yeah, it's the whole back wall.
That's hard.
This nigga always hang up on me, man. Every time this nigga hang up on me, I be feeling some type of way. I don't know what happened. I don't know. We got hung up on chat. All right, we going back to what the fuck? How the fuck? I wasn't watching this. I was gonna say this is not what we was watching. What the fuck? That is not what we was watching. Debunking the biggest lie told.
What's up, YouTube? It's the one and only Legend of Winning, aka Low, and in today's video, we're going to talk.
Hold on. Shout out to Low. Shout out to the Payback crew. You know what I'm saying? I definitely watched the podcast. Shout out to Agent Amp House, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Low, you know what I'm saying? Real man, you know what I'm saying? Made it. Unlike most of y'all who still sitting on the couch, I'm just trying to be like him. Hey man, young man's getting it together. I just gonna say like that. As a person who's older, like seeing people like that, or seeing you accepting that a younger person won in life. I ain't gonna say won, but worked for what they got in life and did it earlier. Cause you know, when I was growing up, our whole thing was, hey, let's go sell some drugs. Let's go. You know what I mean? The fastest way to money was rob steal. You know what I'm saying? Rob steal or sell some dope. You know what I mean? That was the fast way to some cash. If you ain't doing that, you working a job. And a lot of my friends did work a job. You know what I mean? But I was just that friend that didn't. Like I always kept a job, but that wasn't my main. That was never my main. I always had a different income. I always had a fast income, for lack of a better terminology. But it was cool. But beyond that, it's just I like the fact that nowadays young man is more like inclined to get in the legit work. Like they cool with being broke. Like, you know what I mean? They understood at 13, like I'm gonna be broke and do this for the next 5 years until I get up out of this house or get kicked out of this house, whatever, however it go. Because I know if I catch a win or catch a break in this next 5 years doing something online or doing whatever I'm doing while I'm sitting in my mama's house just playing a game, now I'm set. And if I'm actually good at this and it's something worth doing, now I'm set. Whatever it may be. Or even some young man that don't do nothing to do with content creating, that just go out and get a decent career and just start working that career. It's like end up owning the business at 25. Like they learned everything they needed to know by the time they was 18. So by the time they was 18, they came in like a 30-year-old almost. By the time they was 25, they owned their own business. They literally just worked that job for experience and down payment. And they took that down payment money and they bought their own business. So I just, big ups to a lot of young men like that. You know what I mean? Like I hope that like any like child that looks up or I help raise in a way, you know what I'm saying? I'm an uncle, you know what I'm saying? So my nephews or any of them that come up out, you know what I mean? I would really like that, you know what I mean? That's how I look. I like to see them win, and I hope that they achieve it early and find a better route than I did, because that's the reason why now I'm doing this at 36. When I probably should have been doing it at 16 or 26 at least. You know what I'm saying? I want to say it was able to. I should have been doing this at 16. It's 26 for sure. All right, back to the show. That's too much talking time. I didn't even cut over. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, back to go.
Talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Kobe Bean Bryant, who's a Hall of Famer, my favorite player, and just a few weeks ago was named one of the top 75 greatest players of all time. Now, to be fair, Kobe Bryant is a very polarizing player, and with that stance, there's a lot of criticism that also follows his greatness, most of which I do agree with and I do believe is valid. However, there is one piece of criticism that I never thoroughly understood: the concept of Kobe Bryant is inefficient.
Kobe was efficient, bro.
Kobe was efficient, but at the same time, he
was not that efficient.
Kobe is not efficient at all.
Very inefficient.
Oh, he was inefficient.
Now, the reason why this statement always leaves me scratching my head is because when I was watching Kobe Bryant, it never felt like he was inefficient. It felt like he was dominant, producing in meaningful moments, one of the greatest scorers I've ever seen in my life. And of course, there were the occasional games that certainly are a blemish on his career. And please don't spend too much time on the last 3 years of his career, because I'm definitely not going to try to defend it. But as a whole, I just don't understand how 19 years of a career as great as Kobe Bryant can be so synonymous with the term inefficient. So in today's video, we're going to see if that's true, because personally, I have a hard time believing that it is. Now, in terms of finding out how efficient a player is in the NBA, there are a handful of ways of doing so. For one, there's an actual stat called efficiency, or you can look at one's PER, which stands for player efficiency rating. However, most people are not aware of these statistics, and even the people who are aware of them really don't even know how to properly calculate them to make an assessment on a player. But if you are someone who claims that Kobe Bryant is inefficient based off of his PER, I then would ask you, would you then claim that players such as Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller, or Ray Allen were inefficient because all three of those players have a lower PER than Kobe Bryant, which more than likely,
Oh, yeah,
no,
you
you would
tripping.
not. And the biggest
Hell
reason
no.
why is because when people are critiquing Kobe Bryant's efficiency, they are referencing how efficiently does he put the ball in the basket. And the reason why I'm confident to coming to this conclusion is because when many people are making this assessment on Kobe, they then pivot to facts about Kobe Bryant's field goal percentage, or also highlighting how he has the most misses in NBA history, which is factually correct. However, and I cannot believe I have to say this in 2021, but it still blows my mind how many experts still make this mistake to this day, but field goal percentage does not calculate efficiency. Now, why is that? Well, simply put, because the definition of being efficient means achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense. And in basketball terms, that basically means maximizing the amount of points that you score with minimum amount of attempts shooting the basketball. And because of that simple definition alone, field goal percentage literally cannot equate to efficiency, because the only thing that field goal percentage equates to is accuracy. Let's say you have player A and player B. Player A shot 5 for 10 from the field, all of which were 2-pointers, so that means that they scored 10 points with a field goal percentage of 50%. However, player B shot 4 for 9 from the field, which means that they have a field goal percentage of 44%. But since all of the shots that they made were 3-pointers, they were able to score 12 points. Now, even though player B had a lower field goal percentage, they still are more efficient than player A because they were able to score 12 points on 9 shot attempts, while player B was only able to produce 10 points on 10 shot attempts. So again, scoring more points on fewer attempts, thus making that player more efficient. So now you may be wondering, how exactly do we calculate efficiency if field goal percentage is unable to do so? Well, the best way to do so is to look at one's true shooting percentage. And the reason why is because true shooting percentage takes into consideration that threes are more valuable than twos, as well as looking at one's production at the free throw line. And the reason why it is important to make sure we take into consideration free throws is because 20 to 30% of the points that volume scorers record come from the free throw line. Now, for the people out there who are concerned about the legitimacy of true shooting percentage, especially when you're trying to figure out the true efficiency of big men who did not shoot threes or also were horrible at free throw shooting, trust me when I say please don't be too concerned, because when you look at the numbers, you clearly see those players are still very efficient scorers. But what is a legitimate concern is determining what is the standard of efficiency. Because comparing Kobe Bryant to today's era of basketball, quite honestly, just wouldn't do him any justice, mainly because how much the game of basketball has changed since he's played a full season in the NBA. And so to make sure we eliminate all of those factors, we're only going to be comparing Kobe Bryant to his peers. Players who played within the years 2000 to 2013 and played at least 500 games, and players who averaged at least 19 points or more. Not only does this remove all variables that will be out of Kobe Bryant's control, while also excluding the tail end of certain players' careers like Karl Malone, or the first couple of years of other players' careers like Damian Lillard. So, with those parameters set, what exactly is the standard of efficiency between the years of 2000 and 2013, or better known as the league average true shooting percentage? And that number is 53%. So, that's the magic number, and here is the graph. On the x-axis, we have the points per game average, and on the y-axis, we have the true shooting percentages. Again, 53% is the league average throughout this 14-year span, so that line will be bolded. And now, all the dots on the screen represent all of the volume scores throughout this time frame. Now, of course, on the screen, we have some familiar faces. All the way up here, we have Ray Allen, who was easily the most efficient perimeter-oriented player within this time frame. And right above him, we have both Amari Stoudemire and Shaquille O'Neal. So, for the people out there who were concerned about how true shooting percentage affects big men, well, both players not only did not shoot any threes, but Shaq is historically one of the worst free throw shooters in NBA history, and yet both of them have the highest true shooting percentages. Now, below league average, you have players such as Monte Ellis and Antoine Jameson. However, what really threw me by surprise was Tracy McGrady. However, when you take into consideration that McGrady was dealing with a lot of injuries, as well as him being a subpar free throw shooter, then I guess a true shooting percentage of 52% somewhat makes sense. But we're not here for that, because we got to figure out where exactly is Kobe Bryant. Now, if you are someone who believes that Kobe was inefficient, then you probably believe that this dot here belongs to him, as not only is it someone below league average in true shooting, but also has a high volume in terms of his scoring prowess. However, you would be wrong. That dot doesn't belong to Kobe Bryant. That's actually Allen Iverson. who had a true shooting percentage of 51.8, which means that this dot here belongs to Kobe Bryant, who averaged 27.8 points per game in this time frame with a true shooting percentage of 55.6%, which makes his true shooting percentage above league average. But more importantly, this does mean that Kobe Bryant is indeed an efficient volume scorer. Now, with that myth being debunked, and while I have your attention, there are a few other things that I want to just tackle just briefly. A, it is amazing to me that Kobe, who again has a true shooting percentage of 55.6, still consistently gets hit with the label of inefficient, but you have a player like D Wade, who has a true shooting percentage of 56.7%, or even LeBron, who had a true shooting percentage of 57.5% during his time frame, and yet no one claims that they are quote-unquote inefficient, despite the fact that their level of efficiency is relatively similar to Kobe's. But hey, I guess technically speaking, they're higher, so you might be able to make the argument, but what about KG or Tim Duncan? Both players have a true shooting percentage that is lower than Kobe's, and again, no one doesn't claim that they are inefficient ball players. So, because of this, I dug a little deeper, because there had to be some inkling of proof that Kobe Bryant was inefficient at scoring the basketball. I looked back on a year-to-year basis throughout the years 2000 and 2013, and no, still could not find a single year where Kobe Bryant had a true shooting
like a really nice place to save because it's really close to the end of the run.
Matter of fact, he has some seasons where his true shooting percentage is 3 to 4% higher than league average. Actually, the year in which he led the NBA averaging 31 points per game, he had a true shooting percentage of 58%, which is mind-blowing and should be even further proof that Kobe Bryant is not inefficient at all, but yet I kept digging. I then went to the playoff numbers and still no proof. Kobe Bryant's true shooting percentage does dip by 1%. However, that is very common amongst many volume scorers. But even with a 1% drop in his true shooting percentage, Kobe would still be above league average. Furthermore, when I dug even deeper into Kobe Bryant's playoff performances, I started to notice a very consistent pattern, and that is Kobe Bryant matched up against some of the most toughest defensive competition in league history. See, Kobe played in arguably the most defensive-oriented era in NBA history. Add on top of the fact that he played in the Western Conference, which was significantly tougher than the Eastern Conference, and it actually makes sense how consistently Kobe matched up against top 10 defenses in the NBA on a year-to-year basis. To put a number on it, again, between the years of 2000 and 2013, Kobe Bryant matched up against 36 teams in the playoffs. Out of those 36 teams, 28 of them had a top 10 defense or better, which means that over 75% of the time, Kobe was matching up against one of the top 10 defensive units in the NBA that year. And to make things even more interesting, there was only one time in Kobe's entire postseason career where he had the privilege to match up against a team that had a bottom 10 defense.
Fucks was out, but we about to see if I can run Skater XL. Is he gonna run? Is he going to play? I'm trying to play a little Skater XL. I'm gonna see if he's gonna play. I don't know yet. We got the 96%. Is he gonna go through? Is he going to go through? You really gonna be stuck on 96%, man. I'm about to uninstall it. This is stupid. Why are you being stupid? Alright, so Skater XL is being dumb. trying to get this Skater XL to work, y'all. I think I'm gonna change it to a beta build. Maybe that might do it. I got 215 hours logged in this game. That's crazy. %, again. Oh, it came on. I'm gonna say what the F, buddy? Oh, we got Skater XL in the building, y'all. Alright, so although I do have 200 plus hours in this log, I'm not that great. I'm putting that out there right now. Putting that out there. Alright, it's gotta load. So wait to load. Hey, yeah, you know that's me. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second, chat. Give me some music. I'm used to having music in the background. I think I'm gonna play my own music because you know I own the copyrights to that. Let's see. Hey, I got 13 monthly listeners, chat. Hey, we going up. It used to be 0. That means it's legit. We going up. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Alright. We good. I had to update the titles real quick. My bad, y'all. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. Oh shit, I gotta go back over. I wasn't in the game. Why can I not move? I can't move. What is going on? Why is controller not working? Alright, so my controller acts like it doesn't want to work now. Alright, there we go. Sheesh, all the work. Alright, let's see if I actually can do something. That ain't work. Box me my bad shit. Let's go to Dublin, in Ohio, since we are in. Never mind. Hey, what was I looking for? Chat. Oh yeah. Where is it at? Gee. It's hard to spell stuff. Alright, I can see the chat now, guys. Yay. Oops. I don't need the voice. I can hear myself. Let's see. Alright, I have not played this game in a while. I was wondering why I was so quiet. It was throwing me off, chat. My bad. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna do front side board slide to a kickflip. Ooh. Front side, board slide. Keeps making me flip. Front side, board slide. Okay, so won't let me do a front side, board slide. That rail's too long. Back up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Now front side board slide. That did not work. Alright, front side board slide. Why does he keep making me do that? Alright, we're gonna do a backside board slide. Yeah, I can do that. Kick flip into a backside board slide. I can do a kick flip. We know that. The frustration is getting real. I can't catch it for some reason. Kick flip to a salad, but wasn't what we wanted. There we go. Kick flip backside board slide. Let me see. Nah, cause y'all be thinking that it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Unless you know I really did the kick flip backside board slide. Kick flip with the catch to the backside board slide. Get up off me with the fake out. Oh yeah, let's go. Alright, where we going now? Out here in Dublin. We in Dublin. to it inward. There we go. My outside, I can't call my outside. I'm trying to get better at my bullet, my jump outs, my hop outs, or my kick out of grounds. Cause I can do them, but I can't call them. So I'm always doing this inward for some reason. I'm good at calling my grounds, like crooked. That was no slap. Now I want to keep getting perfect no slap. Crooked. Too early on that one. That's what I've been trying to do the whole time. Front sacre. Maybe I'm coming at this wrong. It's an ad angle. Alright, let's try a different map, y'all. One of my favorite maps. Where is it? I think it's Stratford Park. I'm pretty sure it's Stratford Park. I forget who this is made by. Yaki, yeah. It's let me make sure it's Stratford Park. Yep, it's Stratford Park. Okay, there it is. It's my favorite fucking things right here. I don't know. I guess it would just be like a Manny grind, pad grind. I don't know what the preferred skater terminology of it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try and nose grind, pop out. 5-0. Alright, crooked. I'm gonna do crooked, pop out. Front sliver, pop out. Crooked front sliver, pop out to a salad. We got the shove it. Cook it. Oh, what was that? Okay. Cook it. Cook it, shove it. That was supposed to be a shove it, not an real flip. Crook it. Okay, crook it. We're gonna do crook it, shove it to a nose grind. Fuck. Alright, so crooked. Damn it. Alright, so crooked. I can do this crooked. The second grind is killing me. Crooked. I got the crooked and the shove it down. It's just locking in at the second I can't get. That was almost there. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead again. Alright, so straight. I'm going to get this, chat. I don't give a damn. Ah, let's go. Crooked, shove it, tough, nose grind. Front side crooked, to back side 360, shove it, pop out to the nose grind. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, let's film this chat real quick. I'm about to film this real quick. All right. Where am I come from? End up there. Let's see how that films. Let's see how that film. Gotta do slow mo first. Oh, that came in smooth. Oh, that came in smooth, chat. Oh, lock in on the crooked. Ooh, with the shove it out. Oh, did he get that? Did he hit it? I don't think he hit it, chat. Oh, they hit it. Oh, landed that. Come back around front. That's good footage there, chat. That is good footage. I'm going to save that, chat. Let me see. Alright, let's watch this real time, see what it look like. Ooh, that gave me a tingling feeling all over, chat. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that. We're gonna save that. Save that. Replay. We're gonna make a montage at a later date and time one day. We got over here. Keep styling. was trash. That tray flip was beautiful though. That just made me mad right there. Straight flip. Alright, the first one I ain't gonna try and jump. First one I'm gonna try and just land. Tray, jump, kickflip, tray, jump, kickflip. Ooh, that was a clean ass line there, buddy. That was a pretty damn clean line, buddy. Clean. I ain't gonna hold you, that line was pretty clean, yeah. Tray flip to the ollie to the kick flip. Late back catch. Tray flip with the late back catch. Straight ollie over the first gap. Kick flip to second gap. Shove it. Get them posted right there in the middle of it. Then go over. Right there. Go down. Get low. Yep, right there. Get low behind him. Yo. I see. Yeah, that's still a thing. That's what we do around here. Hell nah. Yeah, motherfucker. I've been streaming to Skater XL, man. I just started streaming Skater XL. Yeah, nigga. Oh, nah. Nigga was like, hold on, what the fuck? You got everything connected in that motherfucker. Nah, that's why. When you called me, that gave me that idea, though. I was like, oh, yeah, I got to get this shit so I can hook up the phone and have phone. Like, what fuck would be calling if I'm on the stream? That shit lit. That'd be lit.
Yeah, that's hard. Motherfucker fuck around like, yeah, I'm about to mail all them bricks to you right right now. Like, bro, hold on, man. You on the stream, bro. We got 1,000 motherfuckers here. Everything froze and shit disconnected.
Nah, that's how you gotta answer your call. Like, nah, I'm on the stream before you say anything. I'm on the stream live for the people. What's up?
Yeah, we got 800 motherfuckers right now. Yeah, this shit longest. Fuck, bro. Bro, longest. I ain't never fuck with that shit in my head. Longest, like, bro, you grab that shit, bro.
Right. Back again.
Hella hair.
The black runs right now.
On the smoke side?
Yep.
Bro, I got some fire.